joining us is Shlomi Eldar. He's a correspondent for Israeli news channel 13. Shlomi, thank you so much. I'm just curious if you had a chance to listen to this interview with Judith, what you made of it.
Yes, first of all, Elizabeth, I would like to thank you for giving this interview. I think it's very important to us and to the world to hear these voices of hostages. I have to mention that until now, we have more than 130 hostages still in captive in Gaza Strip, suffering from hunger, torturing, and of course, sexual abuse. So this is very important to hear the story of her. And most of it's very disturbing to know now that Hamas used hospitals as bases. We've known it for many years, but now to hear these voices, this testimony, I think it's very clear. And when we've been asked all the time why Israel is acting in Gaza like that, we have to understand that Hamas, during the years, used the people in Gaza as human shields. And this is the consequences of what Hamas is doing for many years.
Yeah, I was actually almost more struck by her description. I mean, she talks about speaking to one of the Hamas leaders who speaks brilliant Hebrew. Of course, I immediately thought it was Yahya Sinwar, but she thinks it wasn't him. She thinks it was somebody else. I don't know why she thinks that. I know she was debriefed by the IDF when she was released. But I was mostly struck by the nurses lining up in the hallway as these hostages were paraded in, all cheering. That was a very common Muslim celebration thing that women do.
Yes, because most of the doctors and the nurses in the Hamas hospitals in Gaza Strip were appointed by Hamas. So they are a member of Hamas movement. It's very clear. So that's why they are so cheering when they saw the hostages came to the Gaza. And we have to understand, since 2014, and especially after 2017, many of the Palestinians in Gaza went a brainwashing, because this is the consequences after Yahya Sinwar, the head of the Hamas movement. He changed the movement and tried to brainwashing all the people in Gaza Strip. It's part of his war against Israel. He just controlled everything and started to plan his attack in Israel in October 7th, but before, to make the brainwashing of all the people in Gaza Strip to be prepared for this attack.
Judith and her daughter were staying at the Nahal Oz kibbutz, which was one of the hard-hit kibbutzim, on October 7th. She described to me, we didn't include this part of the interview, but she told me a story about how the terrorists forced first her and then her daughter to talk to a family who was sheltering in a safe room behind a locked door that was riddled with bullets. And the terrorist, at gunpoint, ordered them to tell the Israeli family to come out. They were both forced to do that. The Israeli family did not apparently come out. Are you hearing other stories of this kind of activity happening where the terrorists that day actually took some of the hostages and forced them to try and get other hostages to come with them?
There are so many stories that I've heard since October 7th. I'm also a filmmaker, a documentary, and I see that I heard many stories. They came, they were prepared, and they butchered many people in the Nahal Oz and Nir Oz, all the kibbutzim. I've visited Nir Oz, one of the kibbutzim near to Gaza. They killed, murdered, and kidnapped a quarter of the residents of the kibbutz. So they forced them to get out and took them and killed them. And we have many stories just like that. They forced them to open the safe room and took them, killed them. Many were babies. I saw babies. I saw bodies of babies. They burned babies. It's unbelievable. I'm covering Hamas movement since 1990s, since it was founded by Sheikh Ahmed Yassin, the leader of the Hamas. This is not Hamas that I've known. Yeah. This is something else. This is something else. And because Yahya Sinwar took control over the movement and took them to a wrong situation. And this is totally different movement. And I think that he could not understand what will be the consequences, because he didn't think what the residents of Gaza will pay, what the prices of this attack. And we can see now what happened in Gaza Strip, and it's very sad.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.